Shiloh Pepin is the world's only living mermaid. She is about to celebrate her 10th birthday.
Hooray! This party has been the best day of my life!
And it's a milestone doctors said she would never reach because she suffers from one of the rarest medical conditions.
She is incredibly unique, and she had the most severe form of the disease and yet still survived.
Having beaten all the odds to stay alive, Shiloh and her family are about to face some of the biggest challenges of their lives.
Just because you were getting divorced doesn't mean you both can't love me.
How will Shiloh cope with the next chapter in her life?
I'm not sure if I'm ready for this. It's a big step in my life.
A year has passed since we last visited Shiloh Pepin and her family in the small town of Kennebunkport, Maine. In that time, Shiloh's health has improved dramatically, giving her a new lease on life. Because she's had to spend less time in the hospital, Shiloh's been able to attend school on a more regular basis.
And Mickey was 16 years old too,
and take part in some of the things other children her age enjoy doing outside of school. She is also making fewer visits to her doctor.
I already know it. It's stuck inside my head.
Shiloh's health is really amazing. She's doing fabulously. And right now, she's living as close to a normal life as we could possibly have imagined.
But the improvement to Shiloh's health has brought new challenges. Over the coming months, Shiloh and her parents will have to find ways to make her more independent so that she can continue to enjoy a quality of life in the future.
Take care, you guys.
Since the day she was born, Shiloh's life has been a fight for survival.
Hey, Shiloh, you want to look at the photo album? Double digits! You made it!
And I'm gonna have a butterfly birthday party.
You are.
Because of her debilitating disease, doctors never thought Shiloh would live this long. But in 6 months' time, she could be celebrating her 10th birthday.
Who's that?
That's me.
That's you.
When I was a little baby. I was cute when I was asleep.
Yeah, all babies are cute when they're sleeping.
Shiloh suffers from an extremely rare condition called Sirenomelia, often referred to as Mermaid Syndrome. She was born with her legs fused together below the hip.
She came out and she was absolutely beautiful and she had Sirenomelia, and then they told us, well, she probably won't survive the next 3 days. Okay, she's gonna die. So we waited for 3 days, she didn't die.
That's me when I first opened my eyes.
Yep, when you first opened your eyes.
Oh, shit.
Since the first time I looked into her eyes, I told her that I'm here, I'm your dad, and I'm not going anywhere, and we're gonna get through this together. And that's what I meant.
What's that?
That's your stoma.
That was my first surgery.
That was your very first surgery, yep.
In addition to suffering from Mermaid Syndrome, Shiloh was born with almost no large intestine and just a small piece of her kidney. She has no rectum, no vagina, and no bladder.
That's you in the hospital again.
Why?
It's when you had your transplant, your very first transplant.
Her kidney stopped working when she was just a baby. For years, Shiloh's parents cared for her while she was on dialysis, knowing her life could be cut short at any moment. Then in 2007, she underwent a successful kidney transplant, an operation that would ultimately change her life.
Shiloh's health right now today is better than it's ever been. Her kidney function is phenomenal. She was meeting milestones, and that's when we got our first hopeful sign that maybe she might have a chance.
Outfit.
Yep.
The improvement to her health meant Shiloh and her parents could now contemplate having her legs surgically separated.
That's the one we're soaking in, we're keeping a close eye on.
It's a complicated medical procedure that would have been too dangerous before now, and one that would require 5 life-threatening operations over the course of 3 years.
Well, you know, Shai, it's one of the hardest things. We've talked about that before, the weight loss.
After careful consideration, Shiloh made the final decision.
It's kind of like an operation. They pull out my legs right here, but I don't really want that to happen because it's my decision and I decide I don't want to do it. I'm just happy to meet me because I don't really want to change who I am.
It's the thing we do, we want.
Opting not to have her legs separated makes Shiloh the world's only living mermaid. As a result, Shiloh and her family are entering a new phase in their lives. After years of doing everything in their power just to keep her alive, they must now find ways to prepare her for the future just the way she is.
It's a shift not into fixing her physical body, but to make the body that she has work for her as best as possible.
It's nice to come out, especially today.
Nice to be out here with you. Ready? Woo!
Aspects of everyday life, like taking a shower or just going up and down stairs, are extremely difficult for Shiloh. She will have to learn how to overcome these obstacles in much the same way she learned how to swim.
We're late, but we're on our way. We'll see you soon.
Her parents weren't sure how she would cope in the water, but last year they had a specially designed wetsuit made, and she started taking lessons.
I cannot wait to swim again.
Since then, Shiloh has been swimming twice a week with her coach Jared, and is now working towards swimming a lap of the pool, all on her own.
You ready to rock and roll or what?
Yes.
All right.
You know how to get in.
What?
Yeah, you get the pool, honey.
Wow. Look at you. Want me to get in the water?
Yes.
All right.
Go! I'm trying to, Dad.
You're doing awesome. Wow. You're doing this all by yourself now.
Yes.
Yourself. Good job. Very nice.
All right. Yay.
There we go.
Look at you. She doesn't need any help. She doesn't need anybody. She's not disabled. She's not handicapped. She's free. And what could you want more for her than that?
You're cruising. Keep making the circles.
Look at that. Sometimes it's very frustrating because there's very little that we can give her. But here, you know, she's just like any other kid, just swimming. And it makes me very happy.
Towards the end of the lesson, Shiloh attempts to swim a lap of the pool unaided for the very first time.
You can do it. Almost there.
Look at you swim, darling girl.
All right.
Woo! All right.
That was awesome. Way to go.
Jared is so impressed by Shiloh's performance, after the lesson he brings up the possibility of her taking part in a swim meet.
So there's a meet that we're gonna have here, and it's gonna be in July 11th. All right, so that's gonna be our goal, that we are ready to swim. So do you think we could work really hard and do that?
Yes.
All right, well, I got some stuff for you.
Thank you.
All right?
What do you say?
Participating in a swim meet would be a first for Shiloh, and socializing with other children would be a big step towards her growing need for independence.
Thank you so much. I
we'll see
appreciate it. Bye, Jared.
See ya.
But it's just the beginning. If Shiloh and her family are to succeed in making her more independent, it will need to be a summer of firsts. 9-year-old Shiloh Pepin is the world's only living mermaid. Born with a rare condition called Sirenomelia, her legs are fused together. Having made the decision not to undergo surgery to have her legs separated, Shiloh and her parents are now working towards making her more independent. She's been invited to take part in a swim meet, and this summer, her parents are hoping she'll be able to spend a week away from them at a summer camp. While these are a rite of passage for most 9-year-olds, for Shiloh, they represent a big shift in her life. She may attend her local elementary school, but having spent so much time in the hospital interacting mostly with adults, she finds it difficult to relate to children her own age.
One of the things we never worried about Shiloh is that she hasn't been that social. She hasn't been with a lot of kids her own age. She hasn't participated because she's grown up in the hospital.
This is my classroom. This is my desk. And these are my other friends' desks. One day, Minnie was going to school, and she was 16 years old, and she was in love. And Mickey was... When I first came here, I was a little afraid that I wouldn't be able to have friends. because I was a little shy, and just because I'm different doesn't mean I'm not the same. Mrs. Humphrey made us do a craft together that we make ourselves to show that we are Team Humphrey. We drew ourselves. So that's my project right there.
She needs to understand that it's okay to be without us, that we're going to be here when she gets back, and that she can branch off. As scary as it is for Mom and Dad and for Shiloh, she needs to develop that independence away from us.
I love you.
I love you too.
The key to making Shiloh more independent is her ability to move around without the help of her parents. Today, her father Elmer is taking Shiloh to the hospital for a consultation regarding her mobility.
Hey, Shai. How are you?
Shiloh's weight is one of the most important factors in her mobility. It's vital that she doesn't gain any weight, because even a small increase could affect her ability to move around.
90 pounds, even. Excellent.
Yes.
Go.
How much weight did I lose?
You are the same weight you were last time we saw you. No up, no down. Good job, maintained.
So your weight was the same today?
Yeah, stable.
Dr. Matt Hand has been Shiloh's pediatrician since birth and has played a major role in her progress over the years.
We really have had to shift gears in terms of Shiloh's care and where we're going with things. At one point, it was all about survival and the leg separation. It was literally, was she going to be here from day to day? And now we're sort of shifting over into where she's going in her life, who she's going to be. How do we get her more mobile is really the issue. You're upstairs quite a bit, and we need to be able to make sure we can get you out of the house, right?
Don't tell me Mom was talking to you about about me scooting me down the stairs.
Yeah, that's what she was talking about, and
Now she wants me to do it. I can't believe this.
Well, why don't you want to go down the stairs? Is there a problem with it?
Nothing. It's not that I want to do it. It's just that I've been busy all the time watching TV.
When you were 4, we couldn't keep you off the stairs. You were everywhere.
I think this is important. You know why, Shai? Because if something happens and you need to get down the stairs, you need to be able to do that. You don't want to be stuck up there. So for your own safety, I think it's important for you to be able to get up and down these stairs, okay?
All right.
All right, good.
Well, thanks, Matt.
You're welcome. Take care. We'll be out in just a little while, okay?
If Shiloh is to follow her doctor's orders, she will have to overcome her fear of using the stairs. Shiloh's diet also plays a big part in her mobility. When she was sick and underweight, she was allowed to eat whatever she wanted. But doctors became concerned that she was putting on too much weight and advised that she adopt a more healthy diet. In the years since we last visited Shiloh, her weight has increased slightly.
The key things that we still have to do is monitor her diet, make sure that what she takes in is going to be complementary to her body. It's not gonna, it's not a bunch of crap, although she really likes crap.
What's this?
That's her one sweet thing she could have for dessert at night after her meal.
All right. With a kidney patient, it doesn't matter what it is as long as it's caloric. Get her some calories. So we did, and which was fine, except for then she got the kidney and she becomes normal, and then everything changes. So then you have to backpedal. This is the other thing we have to worry about. See the 19 carbohydrate, it's all sugar.
Yes, but that's if I drain the syrup out, she's just getting the fruit.
Okay, all right, but it's still been soaking in the sugar. It's better, I know it's better,
But while her parents both understand the importance of making sure Shiloh has a healthy diet, they don't always see eye to eye.
What's this,
Those things for snacks for school.
No, we can't do this again. This is bad.
And it isn't just Shiloh's eating habits that are causing the problem. Leslie and Elmer don't necessarily agree on the ways in which they should be making Shiloh more independent. Elmer isn't sure if Shiloh is ready to participate in the swim meet and attend summer camp for a week on her own.
We'll have to see if it would be too much for her to hold up or not. But I think she should ease into it.
But this is where we need to push her,
right.
Elmer.
Well, you can only push her so far.
But we haven't pushed her at all.
Well, that's why we're thinking about this.
That's why we're going to do it.
Yeah.
It's so hard because I can't take her shopping. I can't get her down the stairs and in the car to go shopping. So I have to rely on Elmer You get caught in a rock and a hard place, and where he wants to keep her and keep her safe and keep her alive, and me who wants to push her to have a quality of life and have more. I want more for her. Her being alive used to be enough, and it is enough, I know that. But now, let's push for some quality.
If Shiloh is to compete in the swim meet and go to summer camp, her parents will have to settle their differences. Shiloh Pepin suffers from Mermaid Syndrome, a rare condition that means her legs are fused together. She has required constant medical attention throughout her life, but in recent months, her health has improved. After years of doing everything together just to keep her alive, her parents now find themselves wanting different things for Shiloh. As a result, their relationship has suffered.
I just started realizing that we had changed, that what he wanted isn't what I wanted, that we were fighting more often because I was unhappy. And quite honestly, the spark or the thing that was there in the beginning wasn't there anymore.
We have separated, basically because we lost ourselves in the midst of all this. It's toward the heart and soul out of me, and it's hurt me very bad.
Just because you were getting divorced doesn't mean you both can't love me.
I know that I've got to move on, and that part of our lives is over now.
I had decided back in November through different circumstances that I really didn't love Elmer anymore. I love him as their father, but the emotions weren't there. We were fighting constantly about how to raise her. We were fighting constantly about him taking care of her and not doing this and doing that.
Divorce means that parents aren't in love with each other anymore. I don't want them to get a divorce, but this is the way it's gotta be. I would love my mom to get back together, but they can't because they don't love each other. It feels sad.
A couple of weeks after the separation, Elmer moved out of the family home and is now living with his mother. But he is still Shiloh's full-time caregiver and looks after her while Leslie is at work. This morning, he's been called over early because Leslie is having problems changing Shiloh.
I feel really bad. Her bags come off and she hollers to me and I didn't hear her. So it was a little traumatic this morning. Some double bag change, and then I didn't put the poop bag on right. So Elmer has to come along and fix it again.
Because Shiloh was born without a rectum or a vagina, her urine and feces are collected in ostomy bags attached to 2 openings on the side of her body. She has to be changed up to 5 times a day because the adhesive used to stick the bags to her skin wears off.
Elmer is the ostomy professional. Because I work all day, he deals with it most of the time. And quite honestly, because I don't do it as much, Shiloh prefers Elmer to do it because he has much more finesse with it than I do. I can't say that I've done it really well all the time.
Shiloh's ostomy bags are currently one of the biggest issues in terms of her health, and her dependence on Elmer is making the separation more difficult for Leslie.
I miss you already.
Don't call me love.
Sorry, honey.
What?
We just dropped Shiloh off at her father's to spend the weekend, and then we share custody during the week. Nothing's working out how I want it to be. There's no plan that seems to be working out. We're kind of muddling through trying to figure our way. Shiloh has no problem with it whatsoever. She has problems staying with me, not with him. I'm still having problems because I can't figure out how to take care of her on my own. And that's difficult because it's hard to separate our lives when I'm so dependent on Elmer right now for taking care of her. When she's home with me, I can't get her out, I can't carry her, I can't do what her dad does. And it's very apparent who she'd rather be with. So that's difficult.
But Leslie is determined not to let her separation from Elmer have an effect on Shiloh's desire to become more independent.
We're gonna go out for a walk. And that was a deal. She coots down the stairs for me and we are gonna try to get in her chair by ourselves. And
We are going to try, right? Try.
Yeah, I know.
Because they live on the second floor, the stairs in their house are a major concern. Shiloh has always relied on her father to carry her up and down, but is afraid of using them when he's not there.
Let's go a little bit so I can close the door
Leslie
behind me.
cannot lift Shiloh, so
You
they
move to
need
one
to
side?
find a way down in his absence. If she makes it to the bottom, Shiloh will have overcome one of her greatest fears and will have taken another step towards independence.
How do we do this?
Remember what we did last time?
Yeah, do you? How's that? All right. Hold on.
Once they get there, they need to find a way to get Shiloh into her wheelchair.
Oh, so you want me to use that board all the way into my chair?
Yep.
Ah, clever. Just because we're different doesn't mean we can't be smart.
That's right. Exactly.
Wow!
Hold on. All right, now go.
Wow! It's just like a slide.
Look at this.
It's clever. Hey, Mama, how am I supposed to
You have to put your foot over here.
What?
Come on, practice.
Practice makes perfect.
Yep, now climbing that way. No, yep. Did we do it? Did we do it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did. Okay, Mom. You're so clever.
Yeah. We did it!
Yeah, come on, Mom. Let's go for a walk.
Okay. You gonna wait for me? Don't go too fast down this hill. You push to the fire hydrant. Okay, can you do that? Careful of the dirt.
But having made their way down, they must now find a way of getting back up to the second floor.
Whoa, good one. What do you think? Can we do that again?
Oh, yeah.
Hey, you know what else we have to do though this time?
What?
We have to try to get back up.
I want Daddy to do it.
I want us to try.
I want Daddy to
Shiloh.
do it.
Shiloh.
Daddy to do
Shiloh.
it.
Shiloh. Honey.
Daddy.
Shiloh. She was getting used to the idea of us being divorced. But the only thing that was hard was that when she was here with me alone, I can't get her out of the house by myself. So she correlates that to the divorce.
I want to help her.
I worry I'm not capable of helping her through this. And I worry that I'm selfish because I wanted to hear her and that her life's going to be too difficult. I worry about my choices. But when she smiles and is happy, I got to go by that. I don't know what else to do.
Despite making it down the stairs, her inability to get back up shows just how dependent she still is on her parents. 9-year-old Shiloh Pepin suffers from Mermaid Syndrome, a rare congenital disorder that means her legs are joined together. This debilitating disease has often prevented Shiloh from taking part in activities most children her age take for granted. From sleepovers to after-school sports, Shiloh has always missed out. But thanks to a dramatic improvement in her health, today she is due to participate in a swim meet for the very first time. Her parents recently separated, and Shiloh has been spending the weekend with her father. Her mother, Leslie, is on her way to pick Shiloh up.
Today is Sunday morning, and we are going to take Shiloh up to a swimming meet up in Westbrook.
Because Shiloh has missed out on similar events in the past, she hasn't had the opportunity to spend a lot of time with children her own age and finds it difficult to make friends.
You look beautiful today. She's really starting to be bothered by being different right now. And I think if we can get her to participate in things as much as we can, in the ways that she can, maybe that isolation won't feel so extreme.
With the swim meet in full swing, Shiloh's coach, Jerry, takes her poolside so she can see what to expect. Shortly after arriving, it becomes clear that Shiloh doesn't want to participate.
I don't want to do it. I'm going to wait until I'm older.
I know, but you're still gonna swim. Wait.
While her swimming has improved dramatically over the last couple of months, Shiloh is overwhelmed by the crowds and the noise of the competition.
decided not to compete in the meet today. The volume in there with all the kids and the starter going off made her a little nervous. At first she wanted to do it, then we started showing her what we're doing and how many kids are going to be here. Her nervousness and her anxiety kind of boiled over. We decided in order to introduce it a little easier, we're going to have her start coming in and swimming with some of our younger kids. It might take a little bit of the pressure off, might take a little bit of the anxiety off.
Since Shiloh wasn't comfortable participating in the swim meet, Leslie has found another opportunity for her to socialize with other children.
Yeah.
This is the Pine Tree Camp?
Yeah.
Okay, this is what we have to do to see if we can get you to go to camp.
Okay.
So we're thinking July 21st to July 26th,
Okay.
which is 5 days.
Pine Tree Camp caters to children with disabilities. It would be the first time Shiloh has spent more than a night away from her parents.
Mama,
What, honey?
are you sure you want me to do this?
I would like you to do it because you want to. And I think it would be good
I'm
and fun
not
for
sure
you.
if I'm ready for this.
Yeah, how come?
It's a big step in my life.
It is a big step in your life.
Okay, I'll do it.
I'm very proud of you. Do you know how much you've tried this week?
Yeah.
Yeah.
My mom wants me to go to camp, and I'm gonna give it a shot because I think it might be fun for me. They have crafts, activities, nurse there, a pool, and it just might be a new experience for me. And remember, Mom, you'll never know unless you try.
That's exactly right, Shiloh. You'll never know unless you try. So you can always try swimming.
Those who try to say who you are, but who you are inside is what makes you a star.
That's right. That's right. That's true. Camp gives you the opportunity to see that there are other kids that are different, that have to overcome things, that have to do things a little bit differently, or that need help. I'm really hoping that it makes her understand that she's not alone, that it's not just by herself.
Going to camp would represent the biggest step Shiloh has taken towards independence. It will also be one of the toughest challenges she has faced. But the following day, Leslie is reminded of how much medical attention Shiloh still needs. With ELMER not around to help, Leslie is again having problems getting Shiloh's ostomy bags to stick.
Her bags get broken open and the backwashes into her system, she can get an infection. An infection because she's immunosuppressed can kill her. The reason it hurts is because we can't get the bags on, and we can't keep the bags on because of your skin, and we get the skin because of your bags.
The nurse said we're gonna try some different ones.
I know we're gonna try some different ones, honey, but they're not working. It's not your fault. It's just not working right now, okay? Daddy's doing something right now. Yesterday, I was willing to take the risk because what are we doing this all for if we're going to keep her inside and not allow her to do anything and lay down and do all this stuff just to keep her here? That's not a life. She's 10 years old. She wants to do all that stuff. And it's like every time we let her do some of that stuff, there's consequences. So I'm sorry, but you're going to have to lay still.
Forever?
Not forever. Not forever until we can figure out what's going on with your bags, okay?
Leslie now has to decide whether to send her to camp, knowing that Shiloh's ostomy bags might cause a problem. Shiloh Pepin is about to embark on one of the biggest journeys of her life.
Look at that! Oh, it's gorgeous!
Despite her complex medical needs, her parents have made the decision to send Shiloh to a week-long summer camp.
Oh my God!
This will be the first time she has spent more than a night away from her parents.
Whichever one you want it to be.
Her Aunt Alicia and grandmother Jackie have prepared a meal for Shiloh on the eve of this special occasion.
Hey, Andrew, do you know I'm going to camp tomorrow? It's for handicapped children with disabilities.
Yeah, special kids like you.
Me.
Yeah.
You have to bring your own sleeping bag?
Yeah.
Blankets. Blankets?
You got a pillow, your favorite pillow.
Mama.
There's about
Her aunt realizes just how big a step this is in Shiloh's life.
I think this is completely and utterly out of her comfort zone. I mean, when you think about it, all the care that she needs after hours and before bed and in the morning, for her to be able to do this is huge.
Try that. It is wicked good.
It's going to be a whole new experience for her. And hopefully she'll embrace it and love it so she can do it again every year.
I love you.
Bye!
This morning, Shiloh is leaving for summer camp. It's a 2-hour drive from her home in Kennebunkport. Not only will this be the first time she has spent more than a night away from her parents, it's also the furthest she has been away from home without them.
I just want to look extra perfect on my greeting.
Mwah. Mwah. Have fun in camp, okay?
Well,
It's a monstrous step. It's going to show us just how brave and focused she is. She's just got to get past the part where me or her mother isn't going to be there. But it's only going to be for a week, and I do believe it'll be awesome for her to do.
okay, this is it. A week without my bags. Oh my God, Dad, look how big that lake that is. Holy gosh.
The Pine Tree Camp is a summer camp for children and adults with special needs and disabilities.
The campers that come to our camp, I think it's really important for them to have this type of an experience because a step in independence for them. They gain an amazing amount of self-confidence being able to come and meet new people and try new activities. So it's a pretty big step for everybody. For Shiloh, she's been in the spotlight a lot. She's always been the only person around in a wheelchair with a different type of disability. And I think for her, it'll be a challenge because here she'll just be one of the other kids.
Yep. Having checked in, Shiloh is shown to her cabin, where she will spend the next 5 nights.
Let's get this stuff unpacked.
Let's get it unpacked.
I'll see you, honey. You have a good time, okay?
You got my lip gloss?
It's in there, Shy. You're all set.
Okay, well, let's just get
Just don't take a bath in it.
And we'll call if we need anything.
Okay.
Bye.
Have fun.
But as it dawns on Shiloh that her father has now left, she asks the counselor to call her mother, Leslie.
Hi, Mom.
Hi, Shy.
How are you doing?
Good, how are you?
I'm on speaker, so you don't probably recognize me.
I always recognize you. You at camp?
Yep.
So you okay?
I'm fine, I just miss you.
I miss you too. I miss you too. Early.
Well, I'll just talk to you Thursday.
Okay, I'll talk to you Thursday, sweet pea.
I miss you.
I miss you. You have a good time.
Well.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
There we go.
So let's go back.
The first night's usually the hardest. You miss your family and you're away from mom and dad. But once you get past that first night, we just get so involved in activities and it's busy all the time and you just get used to it and get into the groove and get into a routine and it works really well. It'll be a challenge, but I think she'll be fine. She's gonna have a great time.
Nicest camp ever.
The first activity is swimming in the camp's lake. Shiloh immediately feels at home in the water and seems to be settling in well.
Don't want you to be hungry and to still have a supper. Going into the kitchen all the time.
But shortly after dinner, Shiloh's ostomy bags need to be changed for the first time. A tricky procedure that some of the camp's nurses are unfamiliar with.
How many times a day does Mom?
I don't know, like about five times to 8 times a
Okay,
day.
so we need to be doing this more often. I think that's
The camp's
why.
student nurses are called in to help.
Hi, girl.
But despite the presence of the supervising nurse, they are all having difficulties getting the bags to stick.
Shiloh is very needy medically, probably the most needy child at camp this session because of the fact those bags don't stay on.
We need glue too.
Glue?
Yeah.
The nurses were initially intimidated. It was something they had never seen before. They weren't really sure how to progress.
Sensing that the nurses are having problems with her bags, Shiloh decides to help by reading aloud the instructions.
This is how you clean it. This is how to clean it.
Okay.
I'll read it to you.
Okay.
Cleaning around stoma areas. Press, use the washcloths, throw it in warm water only.
After struggling for over half an hour, the nurses finally get the bags to stick, thanks to Shiloh's help.
Okay. Good job, Shiloh.
Good job.
Thank you
Thank
for
you.
reading that.
Thank
Sorry, guys.
Despite her ordeal, Shiloh has made it through the first day without her parents and is in bed in time for lights out.
I'll come say goodnight to you before you go to sleep.
Okay.
Okay. Perfect, perfect.
The next morning, Shiloh appears to be adapting well to camp life. She's getting involved in new activities and is even making friends. But later that night, just as she seems to be taking it all in, Shiloh asks to call home.
Dial 9 first, okay?
Hi, Mom. I just want to come home a day early.
I know you want to come home a day early, but camp is 6 days.
I can't wait that long.
Camp is fun. And you don't want to miss the last day of camp.
Oh.
So maybe what you need to do is go to bed early.
The camp director, Dawn, steps in to offer support.
Okay. It takes a couple of days to get into the groove. They kind of stayed up late last night and then got up really early this morning. So I think it'll all work out.
Can I talk to her just a little bit more?
Yeah, sure. Yep. Okay.
I'm so proud of you. I think you're doing a wonderful, wonderful job. I love you.
Love you too.
Okay, bye-bye.
Bye.
The following day, one of her new friends tries to console Shiloh.
Is this your first year? It is. It is? Yeah. It gets better. It really does. I'm just homesick. I was homesick my first year too. And this is my 4th year. So, I know. Trust me, by the end of the time, you won't want to go home. I promise you that. Meeting new friends is cool, huh? Yeah.
But despite their best efforts, Shiloh is beginning to feel isolated, and being away from her parents is proving difficult. Although she is at camp with other children who have disabilities, Shiloh is finding it hard to relate to them and views her own disability as very different.
I think the kids here are different because they're just not born with a disease that I have. They just don't look the same as me. I'm just gonna have to live with this condition forever. I just want to go home and be with my family again.
Shiloh Pepin has spent the last 4 days at a summer camp. It's the longest period of time she's ever spent away from home. After a tough week, she is about to be reunited with her parents.
Wait just a minute, I'll go get her.
Despite their recent separation, Leslie and Elmer have traveled together to pick her up.
Okay, so after this, I gotta gather all the rest of my syringes because I'm going home tonight.
She did a really great job at camp. I think she's taking away a little bit of independence. She can look at this and say, you know, I don't have to live with Mom forever. There's gonna come a time where I can be on my own and I can do it. Makes me proud of her.
Yeah, you had a good time. Oh, I missed you so much. Oh.
Daddy?
Daddy?
Daddy!
Did you have fun?
Yeah.
Just before she leaves, Kelly, Shiloh's new friend, arrives to say goodbye.
We were wondering if it was okay if we gave you Kelly's number and her address so they could write and chat.
Oh, yes, that would be awesome. Hug. I want a hug.
Oh, they could stay away from the boys. I won't! Don't you even push me there, Kelly!
With summer camp behind her,
You better not!
Shiloh can now enjoy the rest of her vacation in the knowledge that she has taken a big step towards independence. After a summer of achievements, today Shiloh will celebrate perhaps her most remarkable feat. It's the morning of her 10th birthday party. While her family makes the final preparations, Shiloh gets ready for what will be a very special day.
Considering they never told me I'd have her for a minute, to get to 10 is the best day in the world, isn't it? And you know what it means? It means we might get even 10 more.
I'm excited about the party.
You're so excited about it? I'm excited for you too, honey.
Nine years ago, almost to the day, I was here at Shiloh's first birthday party, and her grandmother looked at me and said, "So Matt, are we going to be doing this again next year?" And I looked at her and I just said, "I honestly don't know, Jackie, I'm just not sure."
2, 3.
When I see her swimming in the pool, it's just an amazing accomplishment and a testament to her spirit and her parents' spirit.
They told me my child would never be born, and I just celebrated her 10th birthday. You have no idea the feeling that it gives you to know that the life they said you never have, I just had for 10 years, and I can have for 10 more, or 20 more, or 30 more.
It's incredible. It's amazing that she's made it this far. It's just one of those things you can't predict. You just keep going as far as it'll go. But she never gave up, so neither did we.
They got you a bikini. It's a bra. A bra?
She's 10, she's talking about kissing boys, and I'm sitting there going, where did this little baby go that they said they wouldn't survive for 3 days? It's a miracle. My daughter's a miracle. I want to thank everybody for coming. She's here for 10 years, and it's primarily because of the help and what you guys have done. Dr. Matt, Jared, everybody that I can't even say, and all the kids. So thank you for coming, and eat all the food, because I don't want any leftovers.
I couldn't be more proud of her, and I'm very grateful and happy to be her dad. And I can honestly say that my life is fuller and richer because she's in it.
Here you go.
She's gone to camp. For the first time in her life, she's been away from her father and I for more than one night. She has been swimming. She's contemplating competing. She's achieved a level of independence I never expected her to achieve. So I'm very proud.
This party has been the best